Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we are currently working on a fair number of repairs. So let's go ahead and tick forward here and get those finished up. Indeed. We're going to send in the medical team because we don't need them right now. -2 medical point penalty for 14 days. That'll be fine. Okay, so we're going to continue to tick forward here until our repairs are complete. The Battle Master is done now, and the Salamander, fantastic. There's our repairs done. So we're going to hop into the barracks here and do a little bit of training here. We'll give, let's see, Boot Camp drives the Salamander. He doesn't really need piloting or guts, but I guess we'll give him piloting.
Waiting on you, receiving you.
Coma will absolutely take a point of gunnery. That's wonderful. Muffin Top will absolutely take Bandit. It's so good. It's so good. Everybody gets Bandit. Okay, let's hop into the mech bay here, and we do need to do a little bit of work on this Hunchback, apparently. Why do we need to work on the Hunchback? When was the last time we deployed the Hunchback? We did lose a heatsink here, I suppose. So let's just go ahead and replace that. There we go, that'll take 1 day, but we're not in a rush on that one. The Hunchback is kind of replaced right now. This Centurion, of course, it does need a little bit of internal work here. No big deal, though. Just a lower arm actuator. And then there is the Hector, which I don't think that we're in a position to get back online. I just want to check over here. We do have a clan double heatsink, but we don't have any double heatsink kits. So we would have to run a single heatsink. And we'd have to run a standard engine as well. Let's see here. Where is that located? Standard fusion engine. So that would cost 1 million C-bills there just to upgrade from the primitive engine. Okay. So if we were to do that, we could also put in, say, the clan ferrofibrous armor. That would be relatively cheap-ish. And then the endosteel structure. That's already more money than we have. But this is going to be what's going to be required here. This is running an engine heatsink +2. So if we can get ourselves a clan double heatsink kit, that's going to be a big deal for us because we have that engine heatsink +2. And I would like this to run dual heavy PPC. That would be pretty funny, actually. So it would run something along the lines of this. That would only have 1 ton remaining, of course. And if we were to max out all of this armor, we're going to be negative in our tonnage. But we do have this machine gun ammo that we would be able to drop. And we'd also want to change all of this up, for sure. So this would be something along the lines of... We would probably want to put in... Are PPCs considered energy weapons? I mean, they fit in an energy hardpoint, so I would assume so. So we would do an energy accuracy FCS, and then we would need a cockpit in here. This one would work, this rangefinder. And then we'd also want to make sure that we have some sensors in here. At least basic sensors. But if we have better sensors, that would be ideal. But I don't... Well, we do have sensor trackers, but that's not really what we would want to go for this particular mech. So, I mean, this has got tonnage remaining, surprisingly. Not for long, though, once we max out this armor. Yeah. So, there we go. This is obviously going to be pretty overweight. This thing just doesn't have very much tonnage availability, does it? We could maybe drop the engine core 340. And instead bring that down to, I don't know, an engine core 3... Or an engine core... 320 would have to be the case for the +2 heatsink. That would do the trick. It would also put us bankrupt. And we'd have 1 ton remaining. We could simply put in, like, a pair of machine guns. Those are half tons. There's also the HMGs. But I don't think we have HMG ammo. No, we don't have HMG ammo. So what we could do is we could put in the light machine guns are half a ton as well. We're just going to fire, or just going to have the machine guns in the legs here. Oh, we haven't maxed out this leg's armor yet. That's a potential issue. 1 ton overweight. This feels really underwhelming, doesn't it? But, I mean, those heavy PPCs would be 150 damage. Plus, the melee would be 185. So there's that. The heat efficiency is hot garbage. Now, we know that, and that is going to be because we don't have a cooling in here. So we're not going to put in the standard fusion engine just yet, because that's really expensive. And otherwise, I think we go ahead and do this. This would be overweight, though, so it's not actually going to let us do this as a partial. So we actually really can't do this right now, but it's some concepts of what we could work on. We do need some heat sinking for it. There's no doubt about it. Let's go ahead and deploy. We're not going to deploy the Hunchback, I don't think. This one looks pretty solid here. It's another target acquisition. This one's a blackout. Honestly, maybe we want to run another target acquisition. Continue getting those sweet, sweet mechs. Let's do it. So we're not going to run Brother in the Battle Master. We are instead probably going to run... honestly, Rain. He's not going to get any bonuses for it. We're going to bring the Chameleon in, and we're not going to bring Paladin. Who has Chameleon? Rain, do you have Chameleon affinities? Hello, Rain. Yes, he does have Chameleon affinities. Okay, so we're going to put Muffin Top into the Battle Master, I guess. And we'll put Rain into this Chameleon. Okay, that'll do. Well, let's go. I guess we did deploy the Hunchback last time, didn't we? And this time we're deploying the Chameleon instead. It's going to be fine. So this is going to be another target acquisition. We've been getting a lot of those, but the salvage on them is so good. And you have that kill team, which basically guarantees you heavies and assaults. So, that's amazing. Now, this may end up being a 2-part episode, as these tend to be, because those kill teams can take a while to take out. Or rather, the whole process can be fairly lengthy. So this may end up being 2 episodes. Especially since we're getting started on this kind of late. I think it probably will be. So that is absolutely fine. We're not concerned about that. Come on, load. Well, the spinny started spinning a lot faster until I mentioned it. Yeah, that sounds normal. Fantastic. Any moment now, loading screen. There we go. So we need to set targeting beacons for data transfer. We have an operative in place in a Cretan research facility, and for the past year they've been gathering sensitive research data for us. They've notified us that they're ready for us to extract the data, and we need a deniable force to arrange that extraction. The research facility is not connected to any data networks, and all the secure laboratories are far enough underground that wireless data signals are blocked. To get the information out, we're going to need to position a satellite receiver directly above the site. Your task will be to place positioning beacons to allow the satellite to lock onto the research data signal and download it. This sounds like a messy scenario, Commander. That satellite is only going to be overhead for a short time, indeed.
Command interface initiated.
This could get spicy. The good news is we can walk up this. The bad news is, well, we can walk down here and then come over this way. We can send a single mech to do that, and then everyone else positions over this way, following this road. I'm not necessarily okay with that. That's better. Okay, let's do this. Okay.
Well, this is a hellhole.
Indeed it is. And we've got a Drillson, a Condor, a RogueTech, and a Musketeer helping us out. So, we know that their anti-aircraft generator is right there. That's a really convenient location for us, actually. We're going to take our... Who do we move first? Our Chameleon here. We're going to take our Chameleon up to here. And just kind of scout it out. Unfortunately, apparently we're out of range of the anti-aircraft carrier. Or rather, anti-aircraft generator. We can fire on this Phoenix Hawk. And I think that's going to be our best bet. We're just going to potshot it and see what happens here. Our odds are very low.
Confirmed.
Okay.
That didn't hit.
We have 10 rounds to place these beacons, actually. That's not bad. Where are the additional forces at? Oh, the additional forces are down here. In that case, since the additional forces are down here, we should send the bulk of our forces down there and send only one to the other side of this base. They did manage to narc our Chameleon there, but they missed with their large laser. Okay. And then the Chameleon will move here. Also misses with its large laser. That's great. We're very happy about that. So, let's see.
Skipper.
This Centurion, this is our Midran Centurion, is going to just sprint up the hill.
I got you. What do you need?
Our Wolverine here is also going to sprint up the hill as much as
Understood.
possible.
Moving fast. What can I do for
This
you?
Wolverine is going to sprint on up the hill.
Pedal to
And
the metal.
that positions up where we can actually attack that anti-aircraft generator. We're going to do that and take out those turrets immediately.
You betcha.
It's totally dead. Very nice. I'm very glad that wasn't located on the other side of this particular structure. That would have been awkward indeed. Okay, next up is going to be our Orion, which will move up as quick as it can, but it's not going to be tremendously fast. Well, by somebody moving around over here, presumably,
Aye, aye.
that we don't have sensors on. Our Centurion is going to sprint
Going
up,
full throttle.
and let's check our hit odds here. 0.9, that's not worth firing.
Standing by.
Our Salamander is going to sprint up, and we'll check our
Acknowledged.
hit odds here with our artillery. 0.9, that's not worth firing. Drillson moves up, does not fire. Okay, no hits on the Chameleon there.
I'm here.
And our Battlemaster is going to sprint up the hill as much as possible, but we've got kind of a
Here we go.
crush of mechs here going on. Okay, well they have no more turrets, so that's fantastic. Another whole lot of nothing from those missiles. It's good to know. So we've got a good little terrace over here. I can't actually show you right now because these guys are moving. We've got a good little terrace here that we can set up our fire support on, and we can attack both these guys and these guys. So that's nice. Our Chameleon is fired on with that large laser. They do manage to hit it that time.
Minimal damage on that hit.
Hey, that's fine.
I hear ya.
This Wolverine is going to sprint up to here.
Going turbo.
And I think that we're going to fire on this Chameleon. We have good hit odds on it. This will be a lot of heat. But we're not going to fire, I think, our 2 ER medium lasers, but we're going to fire everything else.
Affirmative.
We missed the binary, sadly. But we got a good smattering of damage with our MRMs.
Getting pretty high.
This chameleon is going to make for this target zone over here. So we're going to run down to here.
Affirmative.
And we're going to fire on whoever our hit odds are best on, which is obviously the chameleon. We're going to use armor-piercing ammo with our machine guns here.
Roger that.
That's actually pretty good. That's a lot of damage there
Yup.
to that chameleon. We're going to sprint up with our J Centurion. This is our Midran Centurion. And we have obstructed LOS here, so I think we're just going to potshot with the SRMs. Not bad there.
Reporting. Critical hit.
Not bad at all. And we need to check what's over here. They've got a Whitworth, a Firestarter, a Viper. They've got a Javelin and a Raven. Okay, not
Ready for
that
orders.
scary. So our Orion is going to sprint up to here.
Hauling ass.
And we're going to hit that chameleon very, very hard.
Firing.
That is not a happy chameleon right now. Okay. Phase 18. Who are they going to move? It's their Javelin. We don't care about that.
Commander.
Our long-range Centurion is going to sprint up the hill as much as it can, which isn't tremendously far, but we're going to drop some Arrow 4 LRMs on this chameleon.
Taking this up.
Nice.
Target's taking a critical hit.
Very nice indeed. Phase 16, so this Phoenix Hawk will move. He'll fire his large laser at our chameleon, of course, and miss almost everything there. That's nice. That is very nice indeed. Our Salamander will step up over here. Oh, I didn't notice this lad over here. There's a Vulcan over there. Okay. I think we're going to drop some Arrow 4s on this Raven. It's kind of centrally located over there.
Roger
So we'll see what armor shred we can do. That wasn't awful. Not bad at all. That Phoenix Hawk has already moved, of course. Okay. Additional missiles coming in. That's fine. We have no problem there.
Yeah.
The Wolverine is going to move up and take this position, which I don't think is quite in the target zone. It's okay if it is or isn't. Okay, it is in the target zone. So that's fine. This target zone will be taken care of. And we're going to fire on this chameleon. This should be a kill on it, I think, with the snub noses. Depending on where we hit, I suppose.
Aye, aye. Engaging the target.
And that's a kill.
Target destroyed.
Fantastic. So next up, they have another Phase 16 mover. It's the Viper. That's fine. Firing on that Wolverine, no hits due to AMS. And they're going to target that Wolverine pretty hard. The Vulcan moves up, isn't really going to do anything. Our friend the Sortek moves up, doesn't do anything at all. They've got a lot of units out there. There's no doubt about that. Okay,
Hey.
we're going to move in with our Battle Master here. As close as we can, which isn't tremendously close. And then our ally over here is going to move the Condor. That's not very helpful. Alpha Beacon deployed. Okay, who do they move Phase 21? We don't necessarily know. It's the Firestarter. Okay.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Our Wolverine is going to want to sprint forward a little bit here. We're probably going to want to sink some heat here. So I think we don't fire the binary laser, but we do fire everything else, which will sink some heat. Getting a little damage into that Phoenix Hawk. Nice. Next up, our Chameleon is going to... Actually, we can't make our way down over this way. We're going to come down over here instead and position simply
On my
there.
way. Double time.
And we're going to light up that Phoenix Hawk as best we can.
Target locked. No time.
Some decent armor shred there. Phase 20, we'll see who moves. Okay. They managed to narc our Wolverine, but we don't care. That's fine.
Yep.
So our Wolverine is going to make its way over to here. There we go.
Alright, full
From this
speed.
position, we can attack the Phoenix Hawk, or we can attack the Raven and the Javelin. Now, our hit odds there aren't great, so we're actually going to go for the Phoenix Hawk, and I think we'll not fire the heavy laser because of heat concerns, and maybe the small laser as well? We'll fire the small laser. Not a bad hit there with the snub nose.
How'd that taste?
Okay. So they have 2 movers in phase 18. The Drillson moves up. It doesn't really do anything. The Vulcan is now going to run around over here. Sure.
Yes, Commander.
Our Orion is just going to step forward here.
Aye,
And we're going to fire on this Phoenix Hawk. We're not going to fire the single ER large laser because of heat.
aye. Firing.
Ooh, we missed both of those. That was, I think, 77% chance on both. That's unfortunate.
Failed to connect.
Very unfortunate there. So that Javelin is just running around over there. That's fine. Firing on the Sortek. AMS doing its job.
Awaiting orders.
So our long-range Centurion is going to pop up over here, and we're going to fire on this Phoenix Hawk. We'll tag it first.
Targeting for
Okay, we won't tag it. But we'll still get a lot of primarily armor damage there, and make it unsteady. Unfortunately, it's going to move next phase. However, our Midran Centurion can move in over here, and we can fire this with standard ammo, and this could very well be a kill.
Inflicted some nasty on that bitch.
That Phoenix Hawk has very little left. That was very nearly a kill. It was reserved back to phase 10. Viper closes in, fires on the Centurion. We don't really care. It's completely fine. We are going to sprint in with our Battle Master, and we are going to, I think, not fire anything except for the heavy laser here. That will build up a lot of heat. But we'll go ahead and do it.
If you say so.
I was hoping for an ejection from that, or, you know, a kill. That would have been nice too. But no such luck. But man, this thing is very close to dead.
Commander.
The Salamander is going to continue to climb the hill.
Going full
And
throttle.
I think at this point, we're going to toss Arrow 4s at this fire starter. They have AMS, but they didn't hit, and we got good armor shred there. We're probably not going to fire any additional Arrow 4s. Whitworth firing on our Sortek. Don't care. And at this point, this Phoenix Hawk is going to move, but there's really not much he can do. Yeah,
Hot damn, let's
just a whole
do
lot of
this.
nothing there. So our Chameleon is going to head over this direction.
Double time.
We are, of
Let's
course,
go.
making for this target zone.
I hear ya.
Our Wolverine is going to step up to here, and we're just going to fire on this guy with the ER mediums and the MRM. This should be a kill. Although we missed with both lasers. It's a gyro
When I shoot
destruction
you, you'll
and an ejection. Okay, that'll work.
Standing by.
So at this point, our long-range Centurion should head up over this direction. We have no direct LOS.
We'll go.
So let's just check our hit odds here. 20.8 on the Whitworth, 16, 13, 16, 11. Okay, Whitworth it is.
We'll go.
Little bit of armor shred there, not a lot. Raven firing on our Wolverine. Not doing much, but it does get a narc in. Okay,
Order.
that's fine. Our Orion is also going to try to set up on that ridge.
Going full speed.
There we go. Phase 17 here. It's going to be perhaps the Vulcan? Oh, the Viper. Okay. That's fine. No major damage there, and that's completely okay. It is, however, time to put a cut in here. It feels a little bit early, but we did get started late on this one. We're going to pop our Wolverine up to here, though, and you can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next
Copy
time.
that.
2 misses. I'm not shocked.